Frederick Douglass was born to Harriet Bailey, a black slave woman, in Captain Floyd plantation in Cordova, Maryland, United States. With no accurate record of his birth date available, he couldn't celebrate his birthday as most freeborn did. More so, he was constantly plagued by the rumors that his father was the white man he knew as his mother's slave master. In infancy, Frederick was abruptly disconnected from his mother and put under the care of his grandmother. He would subsequently see his mother for about 4 or 5 times before her demise, walking 12 miles in the night from the farm she was taken to. Frederick's mother risked her life to make short visits to see her son. Before dawn, she would set off to return to the farm, covering another 12 miles. As if the pain from the lack of mother's abiding company wasn't enough, Frederick agonized when he learned that his mother's illness, death, and burial were kept from him until much later. He was deprived of the opportunity to say his final goodbye to the woman that he called Mama. Growing up on the plantation and working among hard-tasked slaves further revealed the harsh realities of the life he was born into to Frederick. Often, he heard these slaves sing elegies mourning their difficult lives. These sorrowful songs will go on to haunt Frederick all his life and mark the beginning of his resentment for slavery. With scanty protective clothing that included a pair of scratchy knee-length linen shirts and no bed, young Frederick was subjected to the bitterest weather conditions, especially in the hottest summers and coldest winters. When he was about 7 or 8 years old, he was sent to live with Mr. Hugh Ault's family in Baltimore. This relocation became a turning point in Frederick's life, the pathway to a bright future for him. As his mistress's first slave, he was treated kindly by Mrs. Sophia Ault, but that favor wasn't to last as the demonic power from being a slave owner possessed Sophia. However, that wasn't before she had taught Frederick the ABC and spelling of 3- and 4-lettered words. Following Mr. Ault's disapproval of educating the lad any further, Frederick took it upon himself to be self-educated, with the help from White Street urchins he befriended, who took the bread he gave him in exchange for their knowledge. His reading skill improved significantly. The more he read and heard of the horrors of slavery, the thirstier he grew for freedom. After spending about 7 years in the Ault's household, Frederick experienced the loathsome life of slavery in the hands of several other households. Twice, he tried to escape his bondage. He succeeded in his second attempt on 3rd September 1838 to New York and then to New Bedford. Today, Frederick Douglass is known as a runaway slave who became one of the most distinguished slave abolitionists in American history. He is also an author, a women's rights activist, and an orator. We have no choice in the situation we were born into. Nevertheless, it is in our willpower to take charge of what our lives turn out to be. As Malcolm X puts it, nobody can give you freedom. Nobody can give you equality or justice or anything. If you're a man, take it. To enjoy freedom, you must determine to be free at all costs. Life only favors those who lay siege on what they deserve. In the words of Dr. Ruplin, if you have a dream, don't just sit there. Gather courage to believe that you can succeed and leave no stone unturned to make it a reality. To excel in a venture, you must first have faith that it is possible by all means, even if nobody else believes you can. Then put yourself to work. Robert McKee pointed out, most of life's actions are within our reach, but decisions take willpower. If you must make noteworthy achievements in life, you must carry along your willpower. Frederick Douglass loathed slavery and so pushed himself to achieve his dream of living free from the dictates of a slave master.